What's up, folks? Just gonna grind some Tour 11 today. See how it goes. I know we're in the middle of a tournament, so there are probably gonna be other live streams going on. If you swing by, say something in the chat. I'll say what's up, and we'll just kind of see how we can do. Had a bad run on this account for a couple weeks and was down in like the mid 4,000s trophy count for a week and a half or so, but Juniper points gone, which is awesome. And Parc de Paris is back, and been killing it on there. Bring back a familiar tour and start tearing it up again. So, Scott, hey, good afternoon to you too, brother. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the stream, buddy. It would be nice if we could get an opponent. We'll get one sooner or later. There we go. Alright, so this account is a free-to-play account, so you'll only be seeing me play with Titans and Kingmakers. Not that I play with other ones all that often, except for in tournament play on my other account either, but I do invest every once in a while in some of the better ball packs. Adam, hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the good luck. Going to the pool, huh? I did that yesterday. We've been getting such awful weather. It's rained like nonstop for like 3 months here in St. Louis. It's crazy. And yesterday, though, I had the day off yesterday, so I was able to stream my qualifying round in the morning, and then got to go to the pool with my wife in the afternoon. It was a lovely day. And guess what? It's raining again today. Supposed to have a softball game. Not happening. All right. So with this wind here, I'm going to start with it great proofed full top, and we're going to go a little bit more left, and we're going to use some curl a little bit too. I'm going to push back up after my adjustment. I'm only going to do a 10% over, so it's going to be like an 8.2 adjustment. I'm going to push up like one ring afterwards and use some left curl to keep it away from that rough on the right. Should sit nicely for me. Get pretty deep and we'll have a little sniper. Oh, too much. Oh my god. Jeez. Too much curl, I guess. Oh man. That sucks. At least we got a crazy tailwind here and we'll be able to save it. But poor start. I shouldn't have pushed up that far, I guess. This is going to be a tricky one for him to play. With this adjustment, you'll be adjusting really far back, and the ball guideline is going to expand quite a bit, and then towards the end of the adjustment you're going down, so you actually have to under adjust it eventually. Yeah. Scott, you had 2 accounts maxed in 11, both went down to 0. Yeah, I've been there before as well. I went from almost maxing Tour 12 to 0 in Tour 11 in the span of about a week and a half one time. I've told that on stream before. I talked about that, but yeah, I had lost so many coins I had to play Tour 10 again. So yeah, we're just gonna play this one safe out to the right. Use that tailwind. We won't even have to overpower it all that much. You've had good weather up there in Minnesota, though, Scott. Yeah. We had such like a long winter here. It wouldn't go away. And then when it finally did, it hasn't stopped raining. So it's we haven't quite gotten the floods like we normally do. The water level is super high. I was driving down, crossing the river, and near downtown recently, and they've got flood walls that got put up after the massive flood that we had back in '93 here, and they were being put to use. But some of the other areas that flood rather often haven't yet. So, but I'm pretty sick of this rain. I've only been able to play actual golf twice. And that's not enough. Great shot saved by the good accuracy of the high level rapier there. Am I streaming opening tomorrow, Scott? Doubtful. If I might stream one round on Friday. Might stream my other account on Friday. Tomorrow my schedule is not good for streaming. So, oh boy, this is a tough wind here. So we're gonna go with like 3.5 right and 1 back here. Might go one a notch back. And we're going to play it at a 20% over and then pull back an additional ring. So it's going to be 12.2. There we go, 7.2, 12.2. I'm going to pull back 1. This one looks so easy, but it is so easy to mess this one up. It's crazy. So that's pretty good. That'll be tough to beat. That'll win you most shootouts, most of these on this hole anyway. The straight tailwind's a little bit easier, and actually I'd prefer it with headwind. Having my Thor's hammer on, I just do the full backspin Thor's hammer shot. But the tricky one for this hole, if you're playing Tour 11, is to pull back there at the end if you're having to adjust back. When this tour first came out, people were hitting it into the trap quite a bit because it's kind of a weird adjustment, and visually it looks like you're not really needing to pull back that much more, but it just, for whatever reason, it plays as if you're adjusting uphill and getting your target. Oh, that looks like a really nice shot. That's going to go in. Oh, no. Well done by our opponent. But most people seem to have figured it out now. If crosswind on this one is brutal, though. So, plus 40. You've been playing this one, Scott? Yeah, that's basically, because with tailwind, that's basically what you end up doing, is a plus 40. Because when I'm playing it with a crosswind or something, or if I have a cataclysm on and I don't use a wind chart for a sniper at all. I'm just kind of, when I say plus 20 there, it's a plus 20, but it's a plus 20 like at a min. So it's a 1.2 and then 20% on top of that. So it does end up playing like a plus 40 there. Just for the math in my head that I'm doing with the sniper there, I just add 20% to the wind. Crosswind I do a plus 30 at a mid if you happen to have a different driver on. A 30% over at a mid, and just like if there's just a slight headwind with the crosswind, then like 1 top. If it was like that one, then like 1 and a notch back seems to work out pretty well. And the crosswinds though are just so brutal. It's so easy to go like super far left or right if you get a crosswind on that one, because it plays so far downhill. It just it changes your ball guideline just so much. It's wild. Bito, hey, welcome. Thanks for the good luck, buddy. I'm going to go left here as well. So full left, I'm going to go 4 top. And great proof it with the red ring on the rough here. 10% over, so we're going to play it right at 5 rings. With full left curl. Ugh. Well, that's why great proof it. Hopefully it doesn't catch the rough with the second hop. Looks like it's going to. No, it just got over. All right. That was fortunate. I will certainly take it. We'll be playing the short iron off of this island here. Ooh, a Falcon level 7. So he had an Apox 7. What was his driver? I wasn't paying attention. High level APOC. Falcon 7. This guy's got some nice clubs. He's in one of the top clans in the world here. Kolfefe, or however you happen to pronounce that one. I just got the Thorn level 8 upgrade on this account after the last tournament. It was in my tournament chest that put me from 7 to 8, so... Oh, snap. Every time I stream that I'm playing this account, everyone just makes shots on me left and right. It's crazy. Alright, let's see where we're at here. So I'm going to play it as a mid plus 10 on my adjustment. I'm going to go like 2, 3 top and offset there a little to the right. Right about there. Add 0.8, so 8.5 at a min. 1.5, we're going to go with 3.7 rings. Maybe I'll get lucky. Probably not, though. Yeah. Poor execution. I think it was a good adjustment, but that was a poor execution to hit great right on a short iron. Oh well. No rematch from Guy. Hopefully I'll start playing a little better here. Get some wins. Show some neat shots. Tour 11's a lot of fun. I haven't played a hook or a slice yet, which is abnormal. And I won't be playing it here either. Although you probably could, well, nah. You could blast one over the second fairway here if you so desired, but there's no need really. I'm going to try not to put this one in the rough like the last time we had this hole. It looks like the storms have stopped, but my softball game is already canceled, so it's been one of those seasons. Everything's been getting canceled left and right. Just can't get a dry day. Did I get the slice dialed in on 2? I did not. I haven't played it since I streamed that round yesterday. I think I'm going to play it just how I did in the vid, except no, I'm just going to play it with full right spin and no top spin, and that should keep it away from that rough. 20% over here, 1.8, 10.8, so 6.5. No curl on this one. Oh, I can hit a perfect. Who knew? And yeah, that one will sit in the fairway for me. That's what I was looking to do the last time, but it went deep and left. Yeah, that one on 2, I think I'm just going to play it with an APOC on my other account. Since it's an APOC 5, I don't think I'll have to overpower much, if at all. On this one, I've only got a 4, so I'll probably play that slice. The first time I played it was on this account, and I started my adjustment too far to the right, and it caught the rough with a second bounce on the right side and rolled out into the fairway. So there's a less of a chance if you play it further out to the right like that, then you might not be as close because it'll catch that rough and slow it down. You'll be a little bit further away for your second shot, whether it be a dunk or a full backspin thorn or whatever you happen to be playing. So that's an option also. That I might just play it further to the left, and then just have it catch the rough and roll out into the fairway. That's certainly an option. I'm going to offset this one about there and a little bit deeper and play it as a 10% over, so 14.5. 9.5. 14.5. I've only made this shot once, and it was in tournament play. I come close a lot, and it just doesn't want to go. There's no other way to really attack it. That's the best way to attack it, unless you can blast it over. Like the wind here would have been favorable if you have to blast it over to the second fairway. If you have APOC 5 or higher, if you really wanted to, you could break out a special ball and do it. I probably could have done it with a Thor 6 with that much tailwind. And but even then, you're still playing a rough bump. You just don't have the first bounce. You can play it from over there and rough bump it with the wood, or even a long iron if you get deep further to the right. So it's just a tough one. There's that bounce to a rough bump is that second landing area is just so inconsistent. All right, we're gonna go with 5.5 back and full left spin here, and play it as a 35% over adjustment with the red ring on the trap. So we're gonna add 3.7. Plays a 14.4. There's 5. 10, 14.4, and like a half a ball curl to the left. Need that one to sit, and a little too much curl too. Wow. Not a good showing so far on this stream. We'll see what we can do and get a little better. These Maple Bay holes should be dialed in, and with tailwind like that, I really ought to be doing better. Quarterback slice on 2. I have not tried that. No, the slice I've been playing has been a Thor's Hammer 6 slice. What's it, a 25? What's the quarterback one? How are you playing that one? Full overpower, like full right curl, and like a 25 ring adjustment, maybe? Or it's against the wind, so maybe maybe a 20. He's gonna beat me. Not a great shot from him either, but I think he's closer. I haven't seen a quarterback slice. I don't play that too often. I know some players, especially in tournament play, love the quarterback slice. It's one that I really should work on, because it really is nice to use. If you can use that shot on a given hole, then it's one that's very consistent, and you can do a lot of really cool stuff with it. The quarterback has a lot of curl, and unlike the Thor, and it's just everybody seems that's one where a guy like Tim Olson, he plays those shots a lot, and he puts out a ton of content, and a lot of his stuff for like expert play is quarterback hooks and slices and stuff. So I don't know if he's back from vacation or not. I'm not sure if he's putting out content this week or not. But I know a lot of people look to him for those kinds of shots. I'm just kind of a Thor, mostly a Thor player. It's my favorite club. So if I can, I've got Thor 6 on both of my accounts for my main driver, and I just try and incorporate it as much as possible if I can. We're gonna use a Saturn for our long iron here. I think I'm gonna go 5.5 top actually with this headwind, and go Great proof there. We're going to play it as like a 12. 5. A little bit more. So like half overpower and full curl to the right. Didn't really want to hit it great left there. Catch the rough. Yeah, that's okay. That's why we put the Saturn on for our second shot. Tim got sick of the game, you think? Yeah, I'm not in the 19th family clan with him anymore. I don't really know him other than through Facebook and the game and the clan. So I thought I heard he was on like a family vacation though. Yeah, he was a really fun one to watch play. His Tour 12 streams were invaluable when I was trying to play Tour 12. He had like a week or two stretch where he was streaming a bunch of Tour 12 play, and the shots that he would make in the shootouts were just mind-boggling. I'm sure he'll be back at some point, just don't know when, really. All right. Saturn time. Oh, man. I don't think I'm going to be able to play it. I'm going to have to play it as like a full overpowered shot, I guess. .2 plus 10, 11.1. We're going to play as a 6, just under 6. Oh my god. Oh, this is horrible. Panic shots. I am putting on quite a horrendous show thus far. That was a frustrating one for sure. Oh well. Maybe we'll get a shootout that I can show you something neat on. Because that was bad. My play so far has just been poor. Really just have to be better. That's all there is to it. Just got back up to remaxing Tour 11. I'm going to throw it all back away, I guess. No, we won't. We're going to start winning here. We're going to have some fun. We're going to win. Give me some headwind. Oh, this is a vicious wind. This is one that with headwind and a Thor 6, it's very easy to just play a full backspin shot. That's why I always root for headwind. This one is quite a bit trickier. With this, especially with this amount of crosswind, it's very easy to get it very wrong. Looked like he played that about 1-to-1. I'm going to be playing a little bit more than that, but that looked like about a 15 ring adjustment. And he's coming in way right because he under adjusted. So my landing position is going to be about that same spot. Since there's a little bit of a tailwind with this crosswind, I'm going to play like 2 back and 2 left, and then have the ball guideline offset to where it'll be rolling down there a little bit to the right, and then add 20%. So we're going to add 3 and play as an 18, 8, and 10. And since we went down a little bit, I'm going to push forward just a touch and curl it to compensate for the wind. And it's going to be a little short, but we'll be a winner. I need to push up a little bit further. That 18 ring adjustment was further downhill than I guess I expected. So push up a little bit more and that one will run up there. But that crosswind was vicious. That one is that one's a crazy one. I feel like there's a sand bump opportunity, but everything's just kind of crazy on that hole. Yeah. Ooh, all right, let's see what we can do here. We're gonna play full right and as much top as that'll get us. And a plus 20. We want it to bounce just to the right of those bunkers in the rough there. So I'm gonna give it like 3 rings to the left of that before I do a 15 ring adjustment. And we yell fork. No. Usually it catches that little bit of fairway and comes back to the right. And I'm kind of pissed that it didn't there, because there's a little like lip right before the edge of the rough there. And if you play with a kingmaker there, then you can put more right spin on it, and that would be valuable in that situation as well. Scott, you would have walked away already. Yeah. You know, it's something that if you're not enjoying it, then I wholeheartedly agree with you. If you're not enjoying it, it's, you know, it's a game. It should be fun. And if you're not having fun playing it, then then just stop playing it. It gets to be a grind. See, now his shot did exactly what I was talking about, where it looked like it was going to the rough and then it stayed out. So that's what I was looking for there. Just didn't happen. This one, I'm just going to play as a feel shot. I'm going to put full top spin on it and play down here. Find a nice landing position, nice and consistent. And offset, a little bit deep. And we're going to adjust. Set it like right about there. There you go, forward just a touch. Gonna need to hit the pin. Oh, just under adjusted that one. Pete in the house. Hey, thanks for the good luck, brother. Welcome to the stream. Would have been nice to drop that one for you as soon as you pop by. Sorry I couldn't get it to go. Haven't been playing particularly well yet. If I were this guy, I would much rather play a minimum distance short iron than the wedge with the full top spin here, but what do I know? He's probably going to have to end up adjusting into... I'm not sure how far back you went. No. Yeah, it'll be okay. With that much headwind, though, those max wedge shots always seem to... You have to, like, way over-adjust past what your wind chart might say. You hit it great, so it's not gonna matter anyway, but... yeah, with that, it's like that is up. It does play uphill, so he could have just played that one like right at max numbers, which I think would have been a 10, 11. I'm not sure. I didn't count how many he moved, but those max wedges are tough ones to get to go. I would have rather played the thorn up on the green with like 3 backspin and a min adjust. Just offset it like through the cup with 3 backspin, where the third bounce is basically on the right through the flag, and the third bounce is landing like past the cup, and then a minimum adjust from there. But to each their own. Another nasty wind. This one's easier to play though, at least. It's going to be almost a full backspin shot here. And you're adjusting in a really weird area where you're going downhill, but this isn't one where you really need to push up or down afterwards, especially with this much wind, unless you're adjusting to the right for a crosswind down into the trap. And if your landing position, if your target ends up down in the trap on this one with a strong right to left wind, then I'll push up 2 rings. Otherwise, you're going to come up well short, depending on your guideline. So, our landing position, I'm going to put the blue one on the rough and leave it well short and right plus 20 at a mid. So we're going to play it as a 17.7 at a mid. There's 5.5, 11, 16.5, 17.7. Hopefully that doesn't hurt me too bad. Ooh. Even with the great ball, almost drained it. Good spin, good adjustment, good pace there. If I hit it perfect, might have gone in. Who knows? Good series from Brad there. Well done. So I'm going to grind out my pin chest here and then switch over. That's the plan anyway. If the stream suddenly cuts out, that means that my wife has called and is on her way home from getting her hair done. So be aware that that might happen. I do have Do Not Disturb on, but I've mentioned on stream before, it still lets your favorites through, and of course my lovely wife is a favorite in my phone. So if she calls, the stream will cut out. So hopefully that's still a ways away though. She said it's taken a long time. Ashley, hey, thanks. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. This is another high, crazy, nasty wind. We're going to just lay up like they are, and should be right in between the traps for our second shot. I've been playing this one recently, if the wind allows it. I've been playing over to the left for the rough bump. I just find it to be a much more consistent shot than if you have to lay up on the right, or even just blasting one over for a short iron on the right. The full backspin thorn, if you play on the right, is really hard because of the way the green is laid out. And if we lay up back here, the landing position in the front area in the fairway in front of the green there, as you can see it up there, there's all those crazy bumps and undulations, and it's just impossible to get a consistent landing spot. So full right and 3 top here. Great proof with the red on the rough. 20% over, so 2.6, 15.8. That's going to be a 9.5 ring adjust. So we're going to go full right curl. What's my bag here? Yeah, we'll stick with the Saturn. Great left shouldn't hurt us. The wind should push it, and it should go right in between those 2 bunkers. Yeah. Hey, Randy, thanks for the good luck, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Started off a little poorly, but we've won our last 2 holes. Pacha from Urugolf. I guess that's an Uruguayan clan. I don't recognize him. International. We are here to play, compete, learn, and have fun, it says, for those of you who are non-Spanish speakers. Alrighty. See if we can get far enough, if we got far enough to play the Saturn. Yeah. So, even with all this junk here, you just kind of try and find a really consistent-ish spot. So then we're going to offset like 1.5 squares short right. Adjust plus 15, so we're going to add 1.7 to play to 13.1 at a max. So that's going to be 6 point, a little bit more, and then push back up since we went down. Let's see what that does for us. Should be close-ish. Ooh, almost. Yeah, that landing spot is just, I mean, that area where I just landed mine is about as consistent as it gets, but there's so much going on there that getting that one to go is tough. Even if there's a good wind and you blast it past the bunkers and have a short iron, it's a really tough one to get to go. So if you have the opportunity to play on the left for the rough bump with a long iron, it's much more consistent of a shot. There's a spot that's about, like, if you're looking at the green, there's like 2 squares to the right on the rough, because the rough kind of curves around to the right. But if you offset at the beginning, your rough iron like 2 squares, your aim position to the right of the pin, then you can find a pretty consistent spot there. All right. This is a rough one. We're going to go with 4.5 back and like 2.5 left. Offset right about there. And we're just going to play this one at a plus 30. 4.2, 18.2. And then push up a little bit. Oh, no. Not what I wanted. So we're going to have to overpower. I'm even going to curl a little bit back. At least we found the perfect. Way left. Yeah, should have curled more to the right there. Those nasty tailwinds. Andy! Hey! Sorry, dog's going nuts. Calm down. Yeah, so these crosswinds are just really, really tough. Steve in the house. Thanks for stopping by. Randy, thanks for being here. Tony Richardson's in the house as well. Slickshot Steve, Tony Richardson, our UK buddies are coming around. Thanks for the good luck, Tony. Sorry I missed you earlier. All right, so even with our bad shot, we still won because those crosswinds are just crazy. See if I'll play this again. All right. I think I've played this guy before. I feel like I recognize him. So if you can avoid it on that last shootout hole, obviously you don't want to be overpowering in a shootout. Just bad planning on my part. Should have played a driver. Or played further back with less backspin. But wasn't pretty, but we got the win. Hooey. This one, I think I'm going to hook it, or slice it rather. I don't really want to play the APOC. Snapchat from the wife. I wonder how her hair's going. With this wind, actually, I'm not even going to play a slice shot, because I can just play full right and full right curl and be okay, even with a Titan and a TH here. So full right and as much top as that'll get us. Aim position right about here. I'm going to add 10%. So just under a 6. Touch of overpower, full right curl. I think I'd rather be great right there than great left. Hopefully we're not in the rough. We're in the rough. Shit. Great left cost me. Did not want to be great left there. Oy, poor effort. Yeah, want to be either perfect or great right there. He'll have a nice look at it, though. See if he can make this albie. This is one I'd be playing with no spin. Especially with this wind. It couldn't be a more favorable wind. Might get it to go. I don't think he put any spin on either, so that would be a good pace. Find it. Find it. Oh, good shot. All right, let's see what we can do. I think I'll be able to bounce it off of the island and over for... Oh, well. Nah, we're gonna slice it. Full top, full right. 25 ring adjust. Starting there. Go 10. 25. Hopefully that'll get up past the rough and roll out for a wedge. Yeah, nice. It's still going to be a bit of a challenging wedge, but should be able to force a shootout. Got bailed out with some nice tailwind there. I didn't think I was going to be able to make that, but it worked out pretty well. All right, let's see. What kind of wind are we going to have? Very favorable. Going to take the adjustment pretty much completely out of play here. So find a landing spot where your adjustment, even when you're adjusting back and forth here, it stays right in the middle. And as long as you hit it perfect, you're golden. Easy wind. Easy wind. Lucky here to get bailed out with the tailwind and have a really easy wind for our wedge. That could have been much tougher, and I feel almost bad for our opponent. But we'll go to a shootout and see if we can steal some. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah. The bailout rough iron slices and hooks are fun when you can make them. They're not so much fun when they go wrong. Oh, here's a good one. This is a fun one. I've actually got a video up for how I play this one for a blind adjustment with tailwind with the with a driver here. It's a tough one, but if you know how to play it, it's an easy one to go wrong. This guy looks like he's playing about right. Obviously, I don't know what kind of spin he put on. This is the line that you want, though. That's a perfect line. Should come right back to the pin. Ooh. Came back further to the left than I was expecting there. All right, so I'm going to play full right and three and a notch back and add 30%. My aiming position, I'm going to have it with the white, just making a nice little cut there, right in the middle. So add 30%, 3.5. We're going to play it as a, what's that make it, a 14.9. So we're already at a 5. It's a 6.9 ring adjustment. So 1.9 more. About 3/4 of a ball of curl to the right. Great left is not what I wanted. Might get lucky. No, he's going to win. Perfect ball there. Would have been money. My timing's just off. I don't know why I'm getting these notifications. I put do not disturb on. iPhone just gives up, does what it wants, I guess. All right, should get a rubber match with Pacha here. I would think, anyway. All right, so that was justice served for our buddy Pacha here. I shouldn't have been in the hole to begin with, and got bailed out. So fitting that he would win on me not executing a perfect. But that adjustment was money. If I hit that perfect, it definitely would have been a winner. We are going to hook this one. This wind sucks, but you can just blast it over there with a hook. Stay in the fairway, stay in the fairway. He's safe. With this amount of wind and it pushing it back to the left, I'm going to go full top spin and then as much left as that'll get me. That's my landing position there. We're going to do a 20% over adjustment. So add 2.2. It's going to be 8. No, I'm going to go full. But it's still going to be an 8 ring adjustment. So start there. And go 15 to the right. There's 10. There's 15. Wow, that knocked it down considerably. That was not even close to my landing, my aiming position for where I wanted it to land, but it still worked out all right. It's a really safe shot. I play this one all the time, just like that, in all kinds of winds. It's super safe. Just blast it over there. If you've got the equipment, then things are so much easier. I'm going to try a little thorn porn action here, I believe. I got down there deep enough. Jim in the house. Hey, thanks for the good luck, buddy. Welcome to the stream. How's everybody's tournaments going? Doing well, I hope. Get in the hole, Pacha! It'll come back and be really close, but won't go in. Yeah. Let's see how deep I got. And that'll determine whether we're going to play this one as a full backspin shot or not. We are not going to be playing it that way. We're going to try and find this little funnel in the back and play it as a 15% over. 1.2 plus, well, we're going to have 1.9, so 14.4 at a max. It's going to be 8, 1.5 more, almost. See if it catches that funnel. Looks solid. Got to get left though. No, not going to get further enough left. Ah, right there. Didn't even give me a zoom in for that one. I feel cheated. It was right there. Yeah. So the thing to remember with this one, there's that nice funnel in the back. If you're playing it from over on this side, then it's going to want to hang out like mine did to the right, even with that wind pushing it back the other way. And it's a 15% over adjustment. Those are the key things to remember for this hole. The drive is super consistent. If you've got a Thor 5 or 6 and any kind of headwind or anything, just put full top on and blast a hook shot over there. Sets you up for a short iron every time. Easy peasy. And you can get those short irons to drop every so often to really help with your trophy count there. Help you avoid the shootouts. Let's see what kind of wind we've got here. Straight headwind. Full right. 2.5 back here. This landing position over on the left is where we want. We're going to add 20. We play as a 12.3 at a min. That's going to be just under a 6. Use just a little bit of curl to the right. Should come in nicely. Sit. It's sat. All right. Oh, didn't sit quite as much as I wanted it to. But pretty good shot for that wind. A little bit further than that and it would have rolled. That's why I was yelling for it to sit. There's like a slope right behind the pin that'll carry it about 4 to 5 yards past. So luckily I'm only, 3.67 or so. This is a tricky one that he's playing. I don't play this shot. I always play up on the left, either with a sniper or, as you just saw me play it, with a Thor. I think I should have played it with it's just a +10. I mean, obviously it's easy to say that after seeing the result. That is not going to go, buddy. That is not going to go. All right, we take the rubber match against our Uruguayan friend. I don't think I would ever play that shot into a headwind like that from the way he played it. Very high chance of exactly what just happened to him happening. Alrighty. Should be pretty close to the pin chest here. One more and then I'll switch over. Thanks to all 7 of you out there that hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. I just yesterday found out how to look at YouTube metrics. I don't have the equipment to go for it here. I'm just going to blast it and go for the rough bump. I guess I could. I'm not even going to hook it. 20% over here. You don't want to go too far down the fairway up here on the other side of that hill. That's all you really want to avoid. 6. Because that'll shoot your ball down into the trap. It's a big over adjustment though. So we'll see where that comes in for us. But we're going to be playing a Saturn rough bump most likely. Or a full backspin Saturn, but more than likely we'll just be playing the rough bump. It'll be wind dependent. Adam's back. Hey, welcome back, buddy. Steve, yeah, thanks for the thumbs up, man. He is going to play... Oh, he's going to lay up for a sniper rough bump, was what I would imagine he'd be doing. It could be a full backspin wood also, potentially. It's a nice... If I lay up there if I've got headwind. Because it's too tough to try and go over the trap. Not worth it. Just lay up and then you got a wood. Oh my, what a huge headwind. That's alright, we're gonna rough bump anyway. Should be okay. We're gonna play like 20 over for the wind. With the ball guideline going well through the cup and offset just to the left, we're going to add 2.9, 17.5 at a max. It's going to be 9.2 rings. Hopefully we don't have to go into overpower. 5. Oh, just a touch of overpower. Okay. Not going to get it. A little more overpower there needed, I guess. With that amount of wind, you got to play it as a huge over adjustment. I did a 20. And probably should have done a little bit more. That wind is a rough one. Anytime you get wind like this, like 14 plus, it's obviously going to be real tough to drain it. Just want to give yourself a chance. So to give yourself a chance on this one, you've got to make sure that the ball guideline is going well past the cup. See, now this one, oh, he's going to try and find the funnel. Yeah, okay. But I would not be surprised if it goes like nowhere. Off the rough bump, it'll hang out to dry left and short. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that happened. It didn't look like he over adjusted very much. He found the funnel, but still hung out short left on him. Yeah, you got to get further deep and right there. The ball guideline there is just a little bit misleading. You have to make sure that it goes like at least a square and change past. If you're going right at it, if you're trying to find that funnel, then you can kind of blast it. But if you're trying to find the funnel, it's deep right. You got to get deep right to find that one. Heck of a wind, yes sir, Adam. We have been having some crazy winds, like 14 plus for a whole bunch of different shots, shootout shots, and on the actual holes, which is fun. You know, it's more of a challenge. It's kind of the reason you're playing the higher tours is for the challenge. And, 14-mile-an-hour wind is definitely a challenge. It's a lot of fun. It's really fun if you're playing somebody that you know and you basic ball it and you're having like 20-mile-an-hour winds in the shootouts with a basic ball. It's fun but frustrating. Oh, we're going to have to play pretty much the same shot we did last time, just more curl and more backspin since it's not as much of a headwind. I'm not gonna be able to play it with a sniper, and I try and avoid playing on the right at all costs here because it's just so inconsistent. But if he goes in the water, then you can play a safe shot over to the left. But that was an odd adjustment there. Looks like it's going to work, though. Except it's hanging out way right. Okay, so 30% at minimum, full right spin, and we're going to go with 4 back this time. %, over. We're going to add 2.5. So there's our 5 rings. Plus 2.5 is going to be 10.8, and I'm in. Oh, well, guess what? That's exactly 5 and a dot, so just there. And good curl to the right. And found the perfect this time. Find the hole. Not going to find the hole, but it'll be a winner. Damien, hey. Clutch, hey. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thanks for the good luck, Damien. Appreciate it. Clutch, how you doing? Just subbed to your channel, I think yesterday or today. Pin chest achieved. We're going to switch over. We ended back at 5170. Good day for this account. I say this often. If you're in here, then you probably know most of the other good streamers. But if you're not familiar with any of them, then there have been a ton of guys in the chat here that are well worth giving a follow. Clutch, I think. Did you just recently start streaming? I've seen you in the chats. I wasn't aware of your channel until recently, I guess. I'm not sure if you just recently started or not, but I did just subscribe, so I'll be checking out his stuff. Slick Shot Steve, of course. Peter Johnson. Not good 19th hole family members. Lots of good 19th family members. Anytime, Clutch. Nah, it's great to support each other. You know, it's a community thing. The Golf Clash community, and especially the 19th hole folks. Holy smokes! What a wind we have here. You know, it's important to support each other. Give shout outs on streams when people are in the chat, and you know, people are more and more reluctant to put content out there with clans and everything. So the ones who are, it's you know, it's important to support each other. So Jesse had a vid, you know, directing folks. He said he wasn't going to do any pro tournament stuff this tournament, and you know, puts out a vid giving shout outs to all the other good pro players out there. I wonder what bag I have on. Okay, my default one. Probably something I should have checked earlier. This is a bit of a layup. I'm just trying to get it to the right of this rough that sticks out here, and leave it short of that other one. That'll leave us like a max thorn. Shout out to my clanmate Jamie. Posted a -14 in expert today. The 19th community is unreal with how much support everyone spreads around. Yes, sir, Clutch. They sure are. I'm so glad that I found that page. I wasn't really involved with any Golf Clash communities on Facebook. But I happened to see a post that Jesse made on Reddit, of all places, for some of his YouTube stuff. And I went and checked it out, and that's how I was introduced to the 19th page, and joined in there. And you know, so many great people, so many great streamers, everybody just supporting the hell out of each other. A massive number of people playing in a huge number of clans. It really is the best. I'm gonna play 5% off here because it's going uphill a little bit. Offset a little bit deep. Take off 5%, so we're gonna play it as a 6.7 at a max. It's like just under a 4. Be cool if this one dropped. It's not gonna though. Hoo-yah. So yeah, absolutely love the 19th hole. I've talked about it on streams before about moving one of my accounts back into one of the 19th family clans after this season. Point wise, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it work with where my clan's at right now. We are towards the bottom of our Expert 1 bracket. We're about like 3,000 clan points away from relegation, and I kind of want to leave us with a bigger gap than that. I think as the clans level out and the top ones go up to Expert 2 and we're still in Expert 1, I think it'll be safe for me to pull one out and feel good about us staying in Expert 1. But it might not be until one more season. But yeah, can't wait to get back into a 19th clan. It's the best. It really is. Clutch streaming Tour 11 and expert tournament play. Jamie made an elbow on 9, just posted the video. I had some guys asking him for it. Must have just got back on. He is one of very few non-St. Louis guys in our clan. He got in from the get-go. He's a UK guy of all things, and joined like right after I had made the clan. He joined. Not quite enough headwind to play up there. I'm just gonna play with 2 to the left. Let it compress there and left. Play it as a 12.6 ring adjust and see what happens. 6.6, 7.6, 12.6. I'm not sure how he found. Oh my God, that's short. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. Holy smokes. Oh, I didn't learn. I played this hole earlier. I didn't push up. I didn't think I had adjusted that far down that hill to where it would make a difference. Whew, poor effort. Sorry guys, that was bad. Whew. I played with like 2 back earlier and it stayed short. I played that one with no backspin and it came up even shorter. Holy smokes. Not good. Not good at all. Overpower and left curl and hits a great left, and I have no idea what's happening, but he's going to beat me, so he can do whatever he wants. I made a complete shit show of that shot. Whew. I don't know what in the world he was doing, but it worked out. Let's see if he'll give us a rematch. Doesn't sound like it. Doesn't look like it, rather. Well, yeah. Clutch, your current clan is just under the relegation line in Expert 2, huh? Yeah, Expert 2 is brutal. That's where you're getting the clans that are in and out of Champions 100 now, kind of like Expert 1 was before, where it's you know, a bunch of them are going to be going into the Champions 100 the next season, and then the guy, some of the top ones will be coming out of the Champions 100, and we get to play Guy. He played him on the other account. So yeah, Expert 2 is just brutal. We're fighting for our lives in Expert 1 on this one, and that's with me putting up a ton of points. So let's see. Jamie's Alba on 9. So this wind is one of the easier wins that you can get on this hole. It's a 20 to 25% over adjust. I think I'll play this one as a 20 because it's more of a crosswind than a straight tailwind. So we're just going to play like full top and as much left spin as that can get us with a Titan, and then just blast it down here, very similar to what he did. It's a kind of a narrow fairway on the second bounce, so that's all you really need to watch out for, is just hanging it, making sure that your second bounce is cruising down the fairway. So that's what we're going to do. You won't let me pick my ball, but don't want me to put any spin on. So that's about where we want our landing position to be. So plus 20%. Yeah, no, we're going to do, plus 25. So we're going to add 4. I'm going to play this one at a 10. And then push back up. Good amount of left curl. Oh, don't want to be great right there. Oh, I pushed way too far back up anyway. Oh, horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Everything about that just went as wrong as it possibly could. Oh, after I'm talking about how the drive looks scary, but it's easy, and then I'd go and do that. Oh, that was poor. Guy beat my other account earlier on the stream. He's gonna beat my account this time too. I think he beat me, didn't he? I can't remember now. Oh, horrendous. Horrendous. Oh, that is a tough putt and a poor effort from Guy. I think he'll be okay, but he's probably going to have to overpower that a little bit. That's about as good of a result as I could have hoped for in this situation. 12.9 is a big adjustment with this thing. Okay. A little bit more top. I'm just going to lay up towards the end of the fairway here. I'm going to do a 10 ring adjust. Stupid bush in the way. That's fine. It's just kind of an approximate thing anyway. Just putting it in the middle of the fairway. Let's see if Guy can bang home this long putt. If so, we're going to have to drain a Goliath to send it to a shootout. If not, then maybe we can drain it and force his hand. Not too much wiggle on this one. Oh, it's in. It looked like he was going to miss, which would have been nice, but that's all right. Okay, so we want it to filter down like right there, and it's going to push it back. I'm going to take 5% off and play it as a mid, so like 11.2 at a mid, just over 5. Since we're going downhill with our adjustment here, I'm going to push it up just a notch. Oh, baby. Makes up for that horrendous drive. And we'll get a chance to win the shootout. Excellent. Let's see what he does. Oh, I get to go first. Cool. All right, so this is one I'm going to play with a sniper. Full right. One back. One and a notch back, actually. 20% over. Adding 2.4 to plate is a 14.7. 5. Can't see. 10. 14.7. And we're going to curl it about a quarter of a ball back to the left to counteract that crosswind. That'll sit nicely. About a yard. 1.38. Perfect. Hey, Russell, thanks. Yeah, needed that one. Needed that one. You know, I put on a horrible show for you on the drive, so I had to make up for it somehow. Looks like he's playing it just about the same spin as I am, but he's going to be further forward and just give it a who the hell cares adjustment and curl it to the right, which is wrong in my opinion. But who knows? Okay. That was odd for a player to just do a who the hell cares adjustment and fire it off like that. I'm not sure what was going on, but okay. He must be pissed that I drained that long iron. Yeah, he doesn't want any part of this. That's fine. Hey, Clutch, that was you. I just saw you. Yeah, there you are. And all my 19th family brothers. Alright, so saved my ass with a bailout Goliath, and then hit a real nice shot in the shootout there on a tough Parc de Paris shootout hole. Made easier by the fact that our opponent just said, who cares? Alright, so I talked about this one earlier on the stream. I've been playing the rough bump one given the opportunity, and I'm going to do that here as well. So I'm going to start off from overpower, like 3 top, 3 right, thereabouts. You just don't want to get it too far to the right here. So plus 20%, we're going to play this at like an 11. So there's 5, 6. So the danger here is going too far to the right, because the fairway slopes hard to the right, and you'll roll off into the rough if you go too far to the right. And just don't use too much topspin. If you get past that little hump right before where my ball stopped, you can carry pretty easily down into the rough or into the bunker, because once you're into the rough, your ball's probably not stopping. So that'll set us up for the rough bump that I was talking about earlier. Gary here should switch balls and try and drive the green. Yeah! Do it, Gary. Do it. Apox 7 Zerker. Do it. No spin? Oh, now he's got a spin. Okay. Backspin. Give it a ride, Gary. Let's see something cool. Great right is not what you want to do there, probably. Whee! Oh. All right. Gary's antics notwithstanding, we will now be trying this rough bump. So this is the spot I was talking about. This consistent spot right here that's just to the right. So like 1 top and 2 to the left here, and we're going to offset it right about there. Right edge. Plus 10. We'll go a little bit more than plus 10. We're going to play it as a 13. So 6.8. Yeah, great left. Nuts. But as I was saying earlier, and as you can see from there, that landing spot is very consistent. Play it just over a 10% adjustment. If you've got a B52 and have an extra bag to have it in there, this is the time to play it. The B52, a high-level B52, is the perfect club to play these rough bumps with. I play the Saturn because of the ball guideline, and it's a little bit more versatile in tour play. I didn't have a bag with it in there until recently because we only had 3 bags until we got up to Expert 1. But I've been breaking it out in tour play quite a bit. I originally put the Tsunami on this in my 4th bag here, but I decided that was dumb, since, I mean, I could still play all the same rough bumps with a Goliath, but I don't know, they're playing with a Saturn. It's got a little bit higher accuracy than the maxed out Goliath, and better ball guideline. So I think it's got better ball guideline than the Goliath anyway. And it lets you just do some different things. There's some holes where a full backspin long irons is needed, and you can break it out for holes like this, where, I mean, it's not really a disadvantage to play the Goliath in a situation like that, as long as you make the right adjustment. Yeah, we're getting like the same shootout holes all stream long. Oh well. And we're getting the same wind again. Well, at least I should learn this time. At least do a full curl. I've been under curling it, and I hit the first one great left, so I can't be doing that. He's going to have a hell of a time keeping this one in cataclysm range after his adjustment's over. I have no idea where this one's going, and a great shot to boot. It's going to end up too far to the right, too far to the left, too deep, too far to the left and deep. Wow, so he hit that great, and it still ended up that far to the left. That's not what you want to do. All right, well, we're going to see this one again. Full right, 4 back, 30% over. With the white one making the little oval. 30%, 3.6, 15.7. So we're already at a 5. It's going to be a 7.2 ring adjustment. So we go 2.2 more. Full curl to the right.
Sure. Where are you going? I'm gonna look at my TV and a really long extension cord. Okay.
TV you can only watch at home is only kind of TV. Watch shows anytime, anywhere with the DirecTV app. Switch to DirecTV and ask how to get HBO included.
And win the game.
Just kind of TV. DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Call for details. DirecTV app requires compatible device. Available content varies based on packaging location. HBO and related channels.
So ideally you want that one to run up a little bit further to the right and a little bit shorter. And it's easier to get it to do that when you don't have such. It's more of a headwind than a crosswind. I'm getting all these where it's a headwind with the crosswind, so that's kind of why it's been harder to keep it out to the right as far as I want. So can use like an extra 1 backspin there, I guess. If it's like a straight headwind, it's like 3. I've been playing it 4 when it's the crosswind like that, but it's been right to left with the headwind like almost every time. So it's really safe and easy way to play it, as long as you hit it perfect, that is. Which is an issue at some point in time, right? But that's all right. Okay. Full top here, and just offset it like towards the left edge of the fairway, and then play it as a +10. So we're going to go 6.7 rings. All right, touch of overpower, and just a touch of curl to counteract that wind also. Sit right out in the middle of the fairway. We'll have a sniper up there for an albie. And it's a tough one. It's a real tough one. I mean, some albies are tougher than others. This one's definitely one of the tougher ones. Cubs win, huh? I've played this guy a number of times before. I always think it's funny beating him, being a Cardinals fan. It's always good to beat your rivals. And if you're over in the UK, so I'm in St. Louis, and most of our rival teams are in Chicago, two Midwest cities. So baseball. I know you guys over there across the pond don't care much for baseball, but St. Louis is baseball crazy, and some of Chicago is too. I'll give them that, I guess. So the Cards-Cubs rivalry is a big one. So it's always fun to beat this guy. Oh, yeah, I wasn't quite sure why he put so much left spin on there. But this fairway is really big. It looks kind of narrow from the tee box, but it's really big. Alrighty. Gonna offset this one with 3.5 backspin. And offset it just left. Take off 10%, so play it as a 7.7 ring adjustment. looks like it's coming in right. Yeah. Tough one to get to go here. It doesn't seem to matter how much I offset it one way or another. It just always seems to come into the right. So it just does. If you've got, I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, you can play a sand bump here. I guess that might be another way to try it, but I wasn't deep enough down there to even try it. I might start trying that to be if I get a tailwind off the tee and I'm able to drive it down there. I might start trying the sand bump, because it's just bouncing it over like this. It seems like you're always close, but just I can't find any consistent way to play it. It's like it's either a -10 or a 1-to-1, or sometimes it's like I said, no matter what I do, it just always seems to end up coming into the right. Scott, you probably don't remember the '87 World Series. I don't remember it personally, as I was 2 years old at the time. That would have been. I'm guessing you're a Brewers fan then. That was Brewers Cardinals, correct? Yeah. No, I don't remember it, but I am aware of it at the very least. I know my baseball history, but no, I do not remember it. I didn't find this out until much later in my life, but when I was a baby, not even 1 year old yet, the year that I was born in '85. And for you baseball fans out there, in St. Louis, '85 is the year of Don Denkinger. In Game 6 of the World Series, we were playing. It was the I-70 series against the Royals, and Don Denkinger blew a call in Game 6 that essentially allowed the Royals to come back and win the game, and then they blew us out in Game 7. I did not find out until later in life that my mom abandoned my dad with me and my two older sisters when I was less than a year old, and drove to Kansas City to watch the World Series with her best friend. So, all right. Offset this one well to the right here, and 20% over. So we're going to add 2.6 and play it as a 15.8. 10. You can't zoom in close on this one. Just doesn't work for whatever reason. And that was too much, but that's okay, because those wind's going to blow it like crazy. And I have to release from the right, which I hate doing. Yeah. I'll take that for that insane amount of a crosswind. If I hadn't over-adjusted, I was going to put a little bit of curl back to the right to try and knock some of the guideline getting pushed way far to the left out, but there's a weird glitch on this hole where you can't zoom in on that spot. It's super annoying. Oh, Twins, not Brewers. That's right. Sorry, Scott. Twins, not Brewers. Yeah, that's correct. I believe we played the Brewers in the NLCS. No, was that the? Yeah, I think the Brewers was the NLCS that year. Yeah, because they were both in the National League, so that doesn't make sense what I said before. Yes, Twins. Yeah, Metrodome. Right. Yeah. I got off on a Don Denkinger tangent there, and wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing, but that's all right. Oh man, what a shot! Holy shit. Great shot from our opponent there. And I lose to the Cubbies guy. Ugh, that's frustrating. Give me a rematch. Yeah, he won't give me a rematch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're still winding down from Stanley Cup fever here. Been hard to get into baseball much, especially with the Cardinals just kind of dicking around and being mediocre. It's so different. Switching from the pace, just the frenetic pace of playoff hockey for the last however long it's been. Okay, so a couple different ways we can play this one. I am going to play over here this time, though. Unless somebody, you guys really want, okay, maybe I'll do something crazy here. All right. We're gonna power slice both shots. Just for fun. So we want to go right about there. And full overpower, it's going to be like an 8 ring adjustment. So we've got to visualize 8 being right about in the middle of the fairway there. 10, 15, got to hurry. And then we will slice our Cataclysm for our second shot as well. So the other way with the tailwind here, the safest way to play this one on the right side is to actually do a bounce in the fairway rough bump out to the second fairway and then play the Cataclysm with your second shot. And he might try and do that here. We'll see what he does. But you basically just do like a full topspin shot here and just have your second bounce still be in. Oh, he might just go straight over it. Have the second bounce be in the rough, like right in the middle before it rolls out. And then you'll need a Cataclysm to reach the green in 2, no matter what the wind, even with the headwind there, you'll be able to reach. But he's going to have to overpower it and use some curl and might very well end up in the rough. So the way he's playing it, it might end up, I think he's going to end up catching the rough and rolling out here anyway with the way he's playing it. He's not going full overpower, so he's setting up similar to how I was suggesting, but did not execute. All right, so a decent slice here with our Kata will likely win us the hole. So we're going to go full right. We're going to go like 3 top here with that wind being what it is. 10% over. So we want that to be our landing position thereabouts. 10% over. So 13.7 is going to be a little bit over 8 rings. 5, 8. So let's see what full overpower looks like. Okay, so we'll go start there. And this one's going to be a 16 ring adjust. I can't see where I'm going though. Well, that's annoying. My rings were right in that damn rock. Did I say, how many rings did I say? It should be 16 there. Should be a 16 ring adjustment. I'm not sure if I said 16 or 15, but that got precarious because I was adjusting where I couldn't even see the target, but that's all right. It worked out okay. And that's a much safer way to play it than having to go full overpower on the right and possibly ending up like our opponent here. So something to keep in mind for you Tour 11 guys. It's a safer, I mean, it's a little bit crazy. And the second shot is very wind dependent. Also, you kind of got to know how much topspin you want to use because it's real easy to end up in the bunker left or right if you don't quite play it right. But yeah, very safe. If you get the headwind like we had, and don't feel comfortable playing like the full overpowered shots on the left there, or even if okay, and he's just gonna give up. All right, that's fine. But something fun for you Tour 11 players to keep in mind if you want to play that way. It's a neat little way to play that hole. And you won't see very many other people doing it, but you will see it here, live on YouTube. Golf clashing. Aiming off right side of bowl there. What do you mean by right side of bowl? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Scott. Could you clarify? I can tell you, hey, guy again. We keep playing him. Oh, he's going to try and go over. I'm going to lay up. So I adjust for wind first and foremost, and then make my slicer or hook adjustments there. So I set up my landing position and then adjust for the wind. And then I So for the Thor 6, it's a 15 ring adjust. For the Kata 5, it's a 15 ring adjust for a Thor 6. It's a 16 ring adjust for the Kata 5. Actually, I'm going to put a Saturn on here. And play it right at a max. So it's like a mid plus 10 or 20 or so, but I just play it as a max number because that's what it works out to. White ring on the right side. Yeah, so I use just the full target is 10. So after I make my adjustments, I do the first 10. I just eyeball where the edge of the white is and do the 10. And then either the 5 for the Thor or the 6 from there. It's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to master, and it's something funny where, like, as I'm watching other streamers and they say the ring adjustment that they're making, like a 20 ring hook or a 15 ring hook, when I'm watching them do it, it looks different than when I'm doing it. But I just know what works for me. So it's kind of a thing that you've just got to figure out, like how it works for you. Because I know people have watched my streams and asked me, like, it looks like you're doing either more or less than a 15 or however many ring adjustment. I had a stream where, like, I hooked her almost every shot. It was a fun one. But it's something that you just kind of got to get a feel for. All right, we're going to try and straighten this one out and just let it run right up there to the cup. I'm going to add 10%, so 1.2, 12.7 at a mid with our Saturn is going to be 1.6. We're going to go with 5.8. See what that does for us. No. Little left. So the other way that I play that one, with that wind there, playing that straight shot is the way to go. I'm so enamored with this Saturn bag that I've got that I'm putting it on when I don't need to. And as you saw, the other way to play that is up further towards the green with full backspin and full left spin and try and use the slope to have it funnel back. But I should have left the Goliath on and played that shot. But with the tailwind like that, and having the Saturn, playing it straight over was the what I deemed to be the smart choice there. So, yeah. So Scott, I hope that helps you. If I can clarify any further for you, just let me know, or if you shoot me a message on a Facebook message, then I can get back to you that way and maybe clarify it a little bit better. Alrighty, so blind setup here. We're going to go with 5 and a notch back and almost full left. As much as it gets us anyway. So, kind of similar to our other one, we want our bounce to be right about there where the white ring is. So that's 5. And we're going to go 35% over. So we're going to add 4.2. Playing this one at a 15, which is 7 on the dot. So 2 more rings. And a touch of left curl. If you've got a Titan, use full left spin and a little bit more left curl. Ugh, needed another bar of backspin. Wow. I was not expecting it to go that deep. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. I usually play at 5 back, but looks like that's going to need to be a 6. Oh, and he's playing 6. Oh, no. He's playing it how I should have. Jonathan, thanks for the good luck. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for swinging by, buddy. Scott says, seems like when I adjust like normal shot using center of bowl, going 15 from center, it never works. Oh, gotcha. So like doing like 5 at a time? Adjusting like normal shot using the center. Okay. Yeah. It's something you've really just got to get a feel for. I've just done it enough that I know what works for me kind of a thing. And stretching it out and adjusting that way just seems to work better rather than like doing the rotation and adjusting like how you normally would. Yeah. For whatever reason, if that's not working for you, maybe give something else a try. All right, stop putting this damn Saturn on when you don't need it. Hey, too funny. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a fine art, really. And you'll see a lot of different people playing it a lot of different ways. You just kind of got to get your feel for it. Whatever works for you. You got to kind of play around with them. Figuring them out on the lower tours will help you. I didn't start playing them very often until Tour 11. I had max 10 playing the game just completely by feel, and then once I got to 11 is when I printed out a wind chart to use, because the winds were just too insane for me to just keep all those numbers in my head. And that's also when I started breaking out the slices all the time. Okay, so we're not going to play it like we did. I'll show you the other way here. Although with this wind we should be okay. So not quite that much. So we're going to go with like half overpower. And we're going to add 10, so 12.5. Maybe 7 and a change. Back up to the top. We'll go with like a half overpower. Touch a crow to the left. And should sit nicely in the shade of that tree for a sniper. Pretty good stream today. It started off not so great. I was playing not very well to get things going, but we got it figured out. Got the other account back up to 5170. I feel like I've been win lose on this one, but I can't be for sure on that. I know I was just back up almost to max and I lost, so I'm one game under. And it's funny, like it's 51-26 now, so that would be a couple wins, couple losses. Because it's like two trophy difference with the clan adjustment between a win and a loss. It was like I think it was 4 more than that up until, is he gonna stay in the fairway? Wow. But the clan, the +2 trophies for the win balances out a little bit, so you end up at a funky number sometimes. All right, cool. This is an interesting wind. So red ring cut in the rough here, and then we're going to offset short left and a +10% over adjustment. So that's going to be a 15.5. So there's 5.5. Get this damn tree out of the way. It's going to be in my way again. No, not quite. Okay. Coming in a little hot and left. That's got to be just because I messed up my adjustment from the view there. There's no way that one should be staying left with that offset in the wind. I must have just misadjusted. Perhaps not a 10% over needed there. I usually play as 10% over, and with that wind I figured it would push it well back to the right, but no big deal. Beautiful shot. Which one are you talking about, Clutch? You must be behind. Not sure which one you're talking about. Because that last one, I mean, the drive was good. The sniper shot was not good. Should not be doing that poorly, but that's all right. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I figured mine would do. Get pushed to the right, if anything. So for it to hang out that far. Yeah, thanks, Jonathan. Keep them on the down low, right? Don't want anybody finding out that what I'm doing here with the music. I've talked about that on stream before, too. Somebody was, I can't remember who it was. He gave me a shout out on Facebook for the specifically for the music too. I was like, I might not want to say that. So I have a Pandora station real quiet in the background, and it's a station that I've spent the better part of 9 years creating. So I've got a couple different ones, but this is my go-to when I want to listen to any kind of alternative, and it mixes in a bunch of classic rock with it that I really like also. So it's yeah. Oh, the drive. Oh yeah, thanks, Clutch. Yeah, I was gonna say the drive was a nice one. The sniper was not so much. Appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, is this one that I can figure out yet? Is the real question. I've ended up so short both of the times. So let's see here. I think I'll do one back plus 20 at 1-to-1 and 2 to the right, and we'll see how far down the hill that goes. I think it goes further down the hill if you're going off to the right than off to the left, and in terms of changing elevation. I thought I had this one figured out until today on the stream, and I'm playing it with these crosswinds. I'm not playing it very well, so yeah, we keep it on the down low, Jonathan, but we'll enjoy it. Okay, one back, 2 right. Something that happens often here is I catch this fringe glitch right there as well. I don't want to catch that. So offset there. We're going to add 2.9, so we're going to play it as a 17.6. 7.6. Hopefully I don't adjust back into Goliath range, and I did. So we're just going to take off a little bit of the backspin and hit it great, of course. Dink, dank, dunk, awful. Everything about that just went wrong. We cannot hit a great shot with a Goliath on that one with that amount of crosswind, and just bad planning on my part. Everything about that one just went very wrong, and I've got no one to blame but myself. Plus 20%, no top or back and 2 right. Yeah, when I've been playing it with no top spin, I've been catching this freaking fringe glitch on the third bounce, where normally I would catch it and funnel it real nice down to at a good speed. When I was playing it with no spin, it just kept catching this fringe glitch for some reason. So I always feel like I need 1 or 2 top or back, kind of depending on if there's headwind with it or not. So just something that with those, almost 15-mile-an-hour crosswinds, things are just going to go haywire. Your ball guideline isn't trustworthy at that point. There's just so much going on. But yeah, should still be doing better than that. To have it switched to the Goliath there at the last second is bad planning on my part, and I talked about it happening right before it happened. So it's something that I should have seen coming with how that was playing. All right. Full right, as much top as that'll get us. Start it with the red in the rough. Don't hit it great left like last time. We're going to go a little bit over 5 rings, so it'll be like half overpower, full right curl. And great right rather than great left is what you want to do. Although that's coming in too far to the right. No, it's okay. Yeah, so the great left on this one the first time through was a horrible mistake. If you want to be great, if you're gonna miss to the right here, can't hang out to the left. Oh, that's a tough wind. I might slice this one up there. It's a wind I would prefer to have a catabag on, but I did not do that. So yeah, might just be slicing and dicing. This is one where I've been trying to figure out a consistent way to slice the drive, and it just doesn't work out a lot of the time. I've done it a lot, but it's not consistent enough for me to play it. So with wind that's left to right and in my face, I can still play the Thor. If it's right to left, then I'll buck up and play the APOC. Ugh, that's a tough wedge. Okay, so for the slice shot here, I'm going to figure out our landing position, go full right. Looks like we're going to need pretty much full top as well. So plus 10% over. That's about our landing position. So we need to go 11 rings. Yeah, so full overpower's there, and we're going to go 25. 10, 20, and 5. Full right curl. Stay in the fairway. Oh. Shit. So I did not need full topspin there, even though I thought I did. A little bit too much goose there. After I made the adjustment, you could tell I didn't quite need full overpower either. I didn't quite need full beans, as is becoming popular Golf Clash lexicon. I did not need to give it the full beans. But this is a tough wedge for him. Not that bad. And looks like he drained it. Yeah. Not an easy one by any means, but not super difficult wind. Basically just offset it right outside the edge. So probably going to have to hit a perfect here to match. We'll see what we've got. Might be able to get away with a great shot. Hardly any adjustment. It's barely going to move it at all. Balls. 2 in a row to this guy. Right as I was talking about playing well, too. Oh, well. Is that 3 losses in a row now? We gotta figure it out. Come on. Give me a third. Let me at least get 1 back. For those of you that are in here, probably going to be shutting it down soon. The wife should be finishing up with her hair appointment relatively shortly, and gonna figure out something to do for dinner tonight, and not go play softball because the weather hates us. Although it does look like it stopped raining. Alright, not a great wind here. We're gonna have to go full beans. Full beans. push. So there's 5 and a dot. Just a smidgen of curl back to the right. Great right shouldn't hurt us too much, I don't think. Great left could have been real bad, but I think great right will be okay. Nope. Shit. Oh, and it's in the bunker and not the rough. I see grass there. Come on, that's the rough. Get out of here. That's okay. It might be salvageable from there. If you've got a headwind on here, you pretty much have to lay up. I've been laying up on the right and putting the catabag on and trying to blast it. Laying up on the left deep is not advisable. I should have put the APOC on here. Oh well. Ah well. Thanks to everybody that's come out and watched. I know there's a bunch of tournament stuff going on right now. So check out anybody who might be streaming tournament content. Give them a shout. Give them a thumbs up. Give them a sub. Lots of good content out there. Lots of good entertainment value to be had for we golf clashers. Let's see what he does. Rough. Okay, so depending on the wind here, we might be able to save it. He might also, but maybe not. Straight headwind. We're both effed. Oh well. So gonna lay up on this side of the fairway. It'll give us like a between mid and mid thorn shot. I'm gonna go like 9 rings here and just lay it up right in the middle. I'm not gonna overpower, but that should still land in the middle of the fairway. Just a little bit of left curl. Just play it safe here and lay up for a thorn. Tough drive there. The wind with a straight crosswind like that, it makes it tough to get over to the second fairway. And if we laid up with that headwind, we weren't going to make it anyway. So had to go for it, and just didn't turn out very good. So moving over on the right, my last Tour 11 stream, I think, I had a guy, similar situation. We both ended up laying up with our second shot after a headwind after our drive, and he played over here and he drained it. So hopefully he doesn't do the same thing to me here, and I can make this and he can't, so that way I'll at least get one out of these 3. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, try and put on a decent show, and today has been a mixed bag. Some good stuff, some not so good stuff. All right. I think I'm going to try and thorn porn this one. I'm going to do a mid and offset it 3/4 of a square to the right. And not quite that deep, a little bit shorter. 9.3 at a mid is exactly 4 rings. Great right. Shit. Well, oh well. See what he can do. He's not gonna be able to play the full backspin shot, but should have a good look at it here. I'll just play it as a I'd offset this one like maybe one top, one right, and offset it deep right. Yeah. He's playing in a very similar way. I would have offset a little bit more, but he might just over adjust it instead. So should be playing this one at a max. I'd be going like 4.6 rings. I think he over adjusted, so that'll compensate for not offsetting the ball guide. And this should, if he hits it perfect, should have a good chance of going in. No. Yeah, so that's why you offset. Yeah, Adam, I try. it's something that not a lot of people, they're everyone who's watching is a potential competitor. So some people don't want to give away their secrets, and especially with clans, clans don't want to give away their secrets, especially. That's more so for tournament play than tour play. The other thing is when you're playing, it's hard to concentrate while you're streaming on playing and talking about what you're doing. If that makes sense, some people can host a stream and chat it up all day long, but if they're concentrating on their shots and trying to explain them, then it can mess them up. They'd rather kind of just go into the chat and just kind of have fun and talk that way. It really is a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to articulate, exactly what I'm doing. And even then, it's something that, people learn in a lot of different ways. And I've talked about this before too. There's, when I'm saying stuff in my mind, and what's coming out makes perfect sense to me. But some people listening might just be going, what in the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like that, none of that makes any sense at all. So, it's a tough one, and it's hard to do. So, all right. So even though it's just a slight headwind, I'm gonna play this one with a Thor. It's gonna be just about a full backspin shot, and like one to the right, a little bit more than that to the right. And we're going to use some curl. Hey! It's going to be a 15 at a mid, which is 7 rings. A 20% over adjustment. With some right curl. Hey! There, you got one off of them. That's one of those that's almost unfair to play with the Thor 6. It's a shot that I have only recently discovered. I played it a ton of different ways, but just playing it that way, up in there, like in between the shade and the two things of shade, where that little strip of sunshine with almost a full backspin, and just kind of offset it and curl it to offset any kind of crosswind that you might have, in a 20% over adjustment. If it's more of a headwind, then you play it at a mid, 20% mid, but with a crosswind like that, and play 20% at a min. Just use some curl to balance it out, any kind of crosswind that you might have. So yeah, good way to finish the stream there. That's a particularly tough shootout hole, and it's kind of like an upside down frying pan. So anytime you can get close there, you're happy with it, and that was close, and I'm pretty happy with it. So good stream today. Thanks everybody for coming by. Enjoyed the chat. Hope I was able to explain myself in ways that you were able to learn from, and get some of the shootouts dialed in. So also showed you quite a few things not to do. Played pretty poorly. You're not going to be perfect. And the key is to just not let it get you on tilt, because when you go on tilt in this game and get down on yourself, it's real easy to go on one of those streaks where you are just bailing and dumping trophies and dumping coins. So don't get too down on yourself. It's a tough game, and the streaks are brutal. So just try and stay level-headed and keep after it. Even after somebody like that last guy kicks your ass a couple times, just try and come back and take him out with the next one. So thanks again, everybody, for coming by. Have a great night, and if you haven't played your tournaments yet, then best of luck to you in your tournament play. Have a lovely rest of your day, everyone.